Today I'm going to play around with the Algenist Concentrated Color Correcting Drops, and this is in shade Apricot. I'm curious to try this under foundation on half of my face and just the other half with only foundation to see if there's like a difference in my skin tone and how even it looks. When I was watching this on QVC, this lady, she put this on her entire half of the face and it looked like she had foundation on. Like, it corrected everything on her skin. I guess that's why I got this shade, to see like how it would work on my skin tone, because she had a much more medium golden skin tone and I'm very fair. That's why I wanted to try it to see if it would work with all skin tones. Not too liquidy, but it is dripping down, as you can see, and it is much deeper than my skin tone. I have uneven skin tone and texture, especially around the cheek area. I'm gonna just apply this and you're gonna kind of see how it evens out my skin tone. I wanna kind of try to correct this dark spot. So it doesn't add any texture to the skin. It's very, very thin and just melts right into your skin. I'm gonna also bring it on my under eyes to correct the darkness as well. And see if I can correct the redness on my cheeks. Around my nose. I just want to see if it's going to patch up and become drying. It's like correcting my freckles on my nose. Add some drops on my forehead. It is very easy to blend with your fingers as well. So now let's finish the bottom half of my face. I applied about 3 drops around the cheek area, 2 drops bottom half, and 2 drops on the forehead. And as you can see, it just kind of evened out my skin tone. The texture is very light. I guess it did change the tone of my skin. It has a little bit more like peachiness to it, like that apricot. I feel like the side with the corrector, the freckles are much less prominent. So here you can see everything that's not corrected. And here we are corrected. It even kind of blurred my pores. It reduced the amount of freckles that you could see. My sunspot is still very prominent, but that's because I think it's very large. You can like see my freckles. And here you can kind of still see them peeping through. I think from far away even you can kind of see that this side is much more even than the other side. And it's crazy because I don't feel it on my skin. It's not tacky. It feels like nothing on my skin actually. I'm curious to see how this is going to look now once I apply foundation on top. My freckles are still visible. I may be able to get away with using less foundation when I use this because it just corrects what it needs to correct, and the foundation kind of just evens everything out at the end. Oh my god, I really like this so far. I really don't see much of a difference on my forehead or at the bottom of my face. I basically want to focus on this area. Here's what everything looks like with the rest of my makeup applied. Now that everything is applied, I don't think that there's like a significant difference. I mean, can you guys see a difference? Because I don't think it's like that significant. The tone is a little bit different. It makes me look a little bit more even and maybe glowy because of that apricot. There is less freckles and sunspots and unevenness on this side, whereas here, we can kind of see it. You can kind of see it, but it's not as visible. The forehead, still not that different. So far I like the product, but it's nothing like life-changing. Maybe it's because I don't mind the freckles and blemishes peeping through my skin, but I do like the fact that I could probably use less foundation to even out my skin tone. But other than that, you know, it's an extra step that I'm gonna have to take. I don't know, is it worth it? And it's expensive too. It's like $40. I just want to see how it wears throughout the day. I'll give you guys a close-up, but honestly, like, I really can't tell that much of a difference. The only thing that I can see is that my freckles are less apparent than the other side. I don't think that this side has covered more redness or anything. It's just kind of all meshed in together and blended in with my skin, and everything kind of looks the same to me. Maybe the layer that I put on was too light. It does correct to a certain extent. It doesn't like fix all of your problems, but I mean, it does a little bit, and I'm curious to try like other shades, like the green one, to see if it will mask my redness, but I don't know if I want to spend my money. If you use this under your foundation, you can use less product and less layering. You don't have to conceal the blemishes and dark spots. But for me, I don't mind my skin showing through. Maybe the apricot shade just isn't for me and what I'm looking for. If you are one that has like sunspots and freckles and like some discoloration that you kind of want to just even out a little bit more than what your foundation and concealer does, the apricot might do the job for you if you're willing to take the extra step. If you have any further questions, like anything specific that you want to know about my thoughts on this guy, just make sure to comment below, and if not, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.